Recording in progress.
All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a good start to the week. Hope Monday went well. Hope a lot of good recording of videos and sending of videos. That would be pretty sweet. Let's see. As usual, anyone that is new here, if you don't mind putting a 1 in the chat, if you are new to Dubb in your industry as well, that would be really helpful. If you're returning, if you don't mind putting a 2. Some of the names obviously I see in here. I see some returners, which is always great. But if you are new, please feel free to put a 1 in that chat along with your industry. If you are new to the platform, as this is your first time into the training, maybe you've been using it for a little while, but you're still kind of finding your way around in terms of the use cases and the tech. Whether you want to do screen recording, whether you want to do mobile app, whether you want to do webcam. So a lot of these really kind of styles that you record in really kind of fit the use case, which is what we're going to talk about today. So let's see, Ron, thanks for putting that in there. I saw you put a 2. That's awesome. Welcome back, Ron. And then Dana, I saw you put a 1 in there. Welcome into Dubb. Let me come over to you real quick, Dane, to say hello, as we always say hi to the ones that come in. How are you, Dane? If you want to unmute, you can say hello.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming our way. So what kind of brings you our way?
Oh, I just signed up for a class called Recruit-me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to start a recruiting business, and they recommend that I use your product. So I'm brand new to it. I don't know much about it. So I'm curious to learn more.
That's great. What's from the recruiting perspective, are you going to be working with employers, candidates? What kind of industry are you thinking about focusing
on? Probably both employers and candidates. I am an accountant. I'm a CPA, so I'll probably stick with that niche.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. And then last thing before I want to ask you too, LinkedIn. Do you plan on doing a lot of LinkedIn outreach? Are you out on LinkedIn? Do you have email lists? What's kind of the plan there a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's going to be where we focus on mostly, I think.
Okay. Because we have there's a part of the training that I cover LinkedIn, and that'll be the part. If you take anything away from today, I would focus on that part, because a lot of recruiters that use Dubb, obviously they're on LinkedIn, and you want to be able to, there's a little style that we show in terms of recording that's worked pretty good as far as the outreach. So I'll show you that. And then to watch it again, like this recording in general, just if you want to go back to that LinkedIn spot, we have a Dubb support channel on YouTube. So all these trainings that we do every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. PST, they all go to live on our YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up. I'll drop this in the chat. So later on, if you want to go back to that specific LinkedIn thing, let me just drop this right in here for you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Dane. And if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat as we kind of move along.
Okay, we'll do. Thanks.
Great. You're welcome. And let's see, did I see any other ones in here? I don't see. So just as a reminder, if anyone out there is new to the platform, please put a 1 in the chat along with your industry. That would be fantastic if you can. Okay, great. All right. So if anybody else has any questions, feel free to pop them in as we're kind of moving along. And let's begin. We're going to start with use cases and our hook, which is something that we always talk about all the time, the hook. So let me share my screen and let's get moving here. All right, here we go. Okay, so when we're talking about Dubb videos in general, we really want to focus on what the delivery of the video looks like. So it's going to be an animated video preview, a 3-second preview of what this thing's going to be. So the 3-second animated preview that you see right here is just the first seconds when you hit record with Dubb. So whether you're doing different recording styles that I'm going to show in a little bit, but whatever this recording style you choose, when you hit record, those first 3 seconds is going to be the preview. You can change it inside of the platform with a little slider if you like something in your video visually different that you want to open up with. But to be, really efficient with this stuff, it's good to know when you hit record, focus on that first 3 seconds, because that's what someone's going to see. Now, in this example here, you'll notice I'm holding up a little whiteboard function that says, "What's your hook?" So that's something before you send out any videos, that's something you want to have beforehand. It's kind of like you're making a movie, unless you're doing an improv thing, you got to have a script before you, film something. So for this, whether you're using, Claude, Gemini, Grok, if you're using within the Dubb dashboard, if you're using Auto, if you're using any kind of AI guide to kind of, do your stuff in terms of the things you're researching, what I would do here is, and what we've done ourselves here at Dubb, and we recommend this, when you're getting ready to do an outreach to a person or a group within your industry, I would go to the AI, describe the ICP, the ideal client profile, say why you're reaching out, describe what you would like that prospect to do when they're done, watching your content. But you're going to ask the AI specifically, once you educate the AI on, the industry and who you're reaching out to, I need 20 to 30 3 to 5 word hooks that I can use in my videos. So it's going to give you that list of that 20 to 30 3 to 5 word hooks. Now, the reason we say 3 to 5 words is because typically with the little whiteboard function here, you get about 30 something characters. So 3 to 5 words is pretty good. And then the subject line up here at the top, when you send these out by email, that's a pretty good number too. So when it gives you this list, the AI gives you the 20 to 30, 3 to 5 word hooks. Just go through, see which ones you like, see which ones you don't like, make the adjustments, tell the AI to fix whatever you want to fix. And then when you have the ones that you like, now you know your hook, and now you need to figure out a visual way that you want to record. So this one right here is done with webcam. So the webcam recorder right inside of Dubb, very basic. I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone, and the Dubb mobile app has a whiteboard function where you can hold it up and type. And again, the part of the animation is just me pointing and moving a little bit, just to bring it to life a little bit. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something like that. But this is probably one of the most straightforward styles that you can record a video for someone, because the message is right there in front for them to see. So you want to think about, these are really good for, referrals, introducing yourself to someone. These are really good for updates within your industry. These are really good for outreach in general, in terms of having that hook. It's about the hook, and the person can see you, you're smiling, you're moving. Very straightforward. Now, if you're going to do the same webcam and you didn't want to do the virtual background, right? You could do that. I mean, you didn't want to do the whiteboard, right? You just said, I want to do something else. You can do a virtual background behind you with the webcam as well. You just want to make sure the virtual background provides some context and has kind of a hook feeling as well. Now, this one here, it could be someone's profile behind you. It could be a website screenshot. It could be an article you want to share. It could be a market update. It could be, a screenshot of someone's action that they've taken. It could be a property if you're in real estate. So all of the visuals behind you that you do pick should give some kind of context. Now, you can combine both the whiteboard and the virtual background. So for instance, if someone was interested in this property and I was in real estate, I would take a screenshot of the property behind me and I would hold up the whiteboard with the hook or the property address. Now, if you're not in real estate, any industry this would work for. You could have someone's profile behind you if you're in recruiting and show that. You could have someone's profile like right here, hold up the whiteboard as well with that question or hook. All of it works together. So whether you do just virtual, just whiteboard, or a combination of both, it's a really creative way to get someone's attention, and it's all about the hook. Now, you also can do something like this, which is a screen recording. So this is done with the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder. It's right up here in the browser, this little Dubb button up here. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, it's a 3-step process to pin it here. This is browser-based, so any website you want to be on top of. As you can see here, it's a market update in real estate. I've got some annotations pointing towards the bubble. And notice inside the bubble, I'm still holding up my whiteboard with that hook. I could have been in there just waving and pointing, and that works. But why not add that additional reason for someone to click? So real estate, recruiting, accounting, marketing, insurance, whatever the industry is, if you're sharing a browser-based site, or if you're reaching out on LinkedIn as an example, which I'm going to show in a little bit, what is the additional hook that's going to make someone want to click? So just something to think about visually and what it means. But screen recording is a great way to show stuff. Now, we also have another screen recorder that we use called the Dubb desktop app. The desktop app is not trapped within the browser like the Chrome extension is. The desktop app is like a little drone that kind of flies over the top of everything. So it can record on top of videos, Canva slides, websites, whatever you want. So it's pretty flexible. And you also can zoom in and crop on certain things, because notice with this GIF here, I'm pushed in on the site because I'm pointing something out specifically. So there's some cool differences between Chrome and desktop, which we'll go through in a little bit. You also can record from your mobile. So the mobile app, you can drop a virtual background behind, just screenshot it on your phone. And then you can do some text like you see right here. You also can do the hook that we talked about. Just instead of holding up a whiteboard, you're recording from your phone, type the hook, different font, different colors, move it around wherever you want. And you also have this really cool function on the mobile app, which is this one right here. This is called picture in picture. So it uses both cameras on the phone, really, really just naturally a good fit for property walkthroughs and real estate. But you can use it in any scenario where you want to show something in front of you and be on the screen. So if I was sitting here and I pulled up a website on my computer, I pulled up someone's profile or article, all the stuff we just talked about, I could take my phone, record, use picture in picture, lean into the computer, showing the site or whatever I want to show. And again, it's the same idea. Recording what's in front of me, but I'm on the screen with it as well. If you're hanging out with a client and you want to do a quick little video testimonial and you're physically in person with one another, have them sit across from you, record them. Then you're in the corner asking them questions and they're in the video answering them. You also, if you're going to like a live event or anything like that, you're at a conference, get the crowd and everything. And then you can send that out to your contacts, kind of explaining what's happening. So there are a lot of neat little functions with this, but it's all about being able to show what's in front and be on the screen at the same time. Now, regardless of what style you do pick, it's all about the delivery. So when someone gets this and they click on it, it's going to be about their experience on what we call a preset, which is a customized landing page. So it's going to have your logo to the left. It's going to have the initial video you recorded right in the middle. It's going to have playlist videos that play right to the right of the video. So when the first video is done playing, these playlist videos are going to play right after. The cool thing about the playlist is it not only provides more information, but it enables you to record one video, one time, minute and a half, which is basically your pitch video, why someone should go with your product or services within your industry. Because that way, the initial video that you send out, like we talked about, is about that hook. 30 to 40 seconds, definitely less than a minute. Get in, get out, have them take an action. And that way, the next video that plays is always going to be the one you always have there, and it's about why someone should work with you. And if you have video testimonials, this is a really nice spot to have them right here in the playlist. If you don't have video testimonials, I'll show you a way to get them in a second. And then below here, you have your buttons, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do when they're done consuming the content? Booking a time and a calendar is probably the #1 button in sales with us over the years. It's been the most popular. But you can have them visit your website. You can have them download a document, a guide, a listing agreement, a contract. You can have them email you back. You can have them fill out a form. You can have a link to an external form. You can have them check out a case study. You can have them leave a review. So there's a number of options you can have down here. If you do have multiple buttons here, just go in order of importance from left to right. And if you want to get video testimonials, this little reply with video button here is really good for it. So what you can do is send someone a video, have that button below it, and say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. All you have to do is just click reply with video below and let me know, what have you enjoyed about the platform? So obviously you'd ask the questions within your industry. They send that back to you. And then you get a little notification inside of Dubb that says you've got a video reply. And then you make it part of your playlist, like you see right here. So this is a pretty powerful loop you have someone in here. Now, the end of these initial videos that you record, the end of them, you always want to be demonstrative about what the next step is. So whether it's booking a time, downloading something, emailing you back, checking out a case study, just physically point down with your finger. I know it sounds kind of funny when you say below, it would be below. But when you physically point down like this, it just kind of brings everything together. So you're ending with a strong note. Now, over here to the right, you also have your AI assistant on the page called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And this is really cool to have on the page because when someone lands here, they might be thinking about taking that next step, but at the same time, they might have questions in the meantime, in real time. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. You can ask the AI a question, and the AI will want to keep the momentum going as it's giving the answer. So at the end, it's going to say, hey, are you ready to book a time with Rob? Because that's what I want the next person to do. But it'll push for whatever your desired CTA outcome is to the left. So it stays consistent. Now, to educate the AI within Dubb, you can provide a PDF that you can upload. You also can provide individual website pages that the AI can learn about. Anything text on those pages that you put into Dubb, it will learn about that. So individual website pages with text or a PDF, or you can do both. And then the AI will be educated on what you want it to know. Now, these landing pages in general, these preset landing pages, you want to have different landing pages for different parts of your audience. So if I was in recruiting and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want to have a page for employers and a page for candidates. Also, I can do the industry splits as well. If I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expires, residential, commercial. If I was in insurance, different kinds of insurance, different kinds of mortgage. If I was in coaching and consulting, different kinds of industries that I work with. If I was in financial, same thing. So, and when you have these different pages set up, these different preset landing pages, and you send videos to them with that on it, as an audience, I feel like, hey, you're talking right to me. So it makes a big difference doing that. We've seen, good success over the years from people doing it. When you get on a paid plan with Dubb, you'll have an optimization account setups where the team will help you set up your logo, the buttons, all this stuff in here. And all of it's tracked. So you're going to know, did someone open the email? Did they watch any of my videos? If they did, what's the percentages? Did they click on any of the buttons? Did they interact with the AI? All of it really enables you to follow up in a really smart, informed way. Now, in terms of recording these, how do we record these videos? So if I was going to record something like this webcam video, here's how we would do it. So inside of Dubb, right at the top, there's a red camera icon. This is where we can upload a video into Dubb. And if we click it, we can record with our webcam. So right here we go. Now, if I wanted to use the whiteboard that you saw, you're going to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. So you're going to look Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P. And when you have it, here it is right here. Now, the button to use the whiteboard is right there. That little, oops, hit the wrong button. The little square button right at the top with the little person in the corner right there. So when you select that, now you can type right here. So all you do is type your hook that we talked about earlier. Type it, turn it, and you've got it just like this, ready to go. Now, if you want to use the virtual background, just go below, select virtual background. We have a lot of stock ones down here, but I would go to your photos, and this is where you would upload all the stuff we just talked about. Properties if you're in real estate, articles, market updates, people's profiles, anything you want. Click it in here, and it creates a little library for you that you can choose from. Choose the one that you want, and it puts it as a virtual background behind you right here. Now, I usually talk a lot with my hands. So I typically go T-Rex arms, dinosaurs. I don't want to go out into the soup here. So I short arm it within my shoulders in terms of my movement. So if you are doing this, just make sure you do that. Just don't go out in this area here. In terms of lighting, if you have a good ring light or you have a natural light or a combination of both, that works pretty good. So now remember, you can just do this or you can do a combination where you use both. So either just this or just that or both. Now, every recording style also has a teleprompter. So teleprompters are pretty cool. If you haven't used them yet, they're pretty awesome to stay on point. You get the exact phrasing that you want. It just takes a little bit of practice. Give it a read through a couple times so the words don't surprise you. But to use a teleprompter, you have to have a script saved inside of Dubb first. So if I click up in here above my head, notice it says create new script. If I click that, it's going to take me inside of Dubb. I copy and paste my script, save it in there, and I got it. I also can scroll for scripts we already have saved, or I can search for a script by title only, and there we go. And then to use the teleprompter from a physical perspective, I would go about arm's length away, so your eye line's here. Keep your eyes at the top as the words flow up. Here's going to be your speed that you can control up or down. You can test the speed right here with the play button, and you can back the text off, and you can zoom it in closer if you need to. If you want to make any changes, you can click the pencil icon right here, which is editing. So because you might read it through once, and you might want to change something, you can do that. And then just make the changes and click save. Now the record button's right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hook here and we're going to hit record. We're going to get our 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create those connections, conversations, and conversions. I can hit the pause button if I want to. I can just take a break, click it again. There are a number of aspects to Dubb. There's the recording of videos. So I can keep doing this. If it's a longer script, I can just take some breaks if I want to. The middle button here is the X. So if you click that there, it's going to ask you, sure you want to delete this video? And if you want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it's the check mark, which will save it into Dubb. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap the button right here, and then it'll close it. So again, very straightforward way to record right from your webcam. Message here, virtual background behind, combination of both. And if you don't do either one of those, definitely do a smile or a point or something interesting here so someone can keep that repeating motion going. All right, I'm going to click the check mark here, and this is going to save this video inside of Dubb. Now, when a video is saved into the platform, it's always going to land on the video edit page inside of Dubb, where you can do a number of things. So I'm going to show you what that can do right now. I'm just going to select a different video just because that's still transcoding. So let's go with this one right here. So when you save a video inside of Dubb, right here at the top, you can edit the title of the video internally, change it to whatever you'd like to. Just make sure you click that check mark when you're done. Over here to the right, this little square button with the arrow, you can click this right here, and it's just a preview. It opens up a new tab, and you get to preview what your video looks like on a preset landing page. You get to see the playlist videos, you see the buttons below here, you see the AI. You just make sure it looks okay. Now, if you want to change that to a different preset landing page, all you have to do is come right over here to this little drop down. Notice there's a check mark right here. It says Rob's preset. That means any video that I record, my default preset landing page will always be attached to it, always, unless I change it, which I can change it to a different preset landing page if I have that created right here from the list. Now, I also can download the MP4 version of any video that I save into Dubb. I also can come right over here to the right and use a QR code for any Dubb video. So if I was in real estate and I did an open house, it's great to have on the placard right on the counter. Make a video. Hey, thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, if you want to see similar properties, all you have to do is click below. Or if you're at an event, like you're not in real estate, but whatever industry you're in, you're at a live event, have a QR code with you. Have a pre-recorded video that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. All you have to do is click below to keep in touch, or whatever you want them to do. If you're actually physically at the event in a booth, definitely have the placard set up with a video there. And if you're doing any kind of physical mail marketing, why not have a QR code added where it's a fun video where you say, hey, thanks for taking me out of that huge mail stack you got. Thanks for pulling me off the door if it's a door hanger ad. So just fun stuff like that you can create with these. And you also, if you have a YouTube channel, you can upload this directly to your YouTube channel if you do have one. And then below here, you have some options. So the first tab you're going to see right here is analytics. We have an AI coach called Kyra right here. So if you do want some feedback on your video, just click generate. It'll give you delivery analysis. It'll give you feedback on your content and your visuals if you want that. And then over here to the right is activity. So when you send these videos out, like I was mentioning before, you can get in here and say, okay, I want to come in here and I want to know, what the action is. I want to know what if someone's clicking on the buttons, if they're watching the videos, all good stuff for following up. There's also a details tab, which is right here. The details tab is just going to remind you that, look, these are the buttons below your video. This is the sales assistant you have on the page. And these are the playlist videos that are going to play after the initial video you recorded. I can change any of these right here. I can delete or add right now. If I sent this video to someone, I sent it out, but I forgot to make these changes, or I realized I want to make changes and I just forgot, didn't get a chance to do it, I can still add or delete these things and it will retroactively refresh on the other side for the person. You also have an editing tab. So any video that you save into the Dubb platform, you can edit. You can hit the play button. You can drag your timeline wherever you'd like to drag it. So I can go to right here. Let's just say this is my first cut point. I can click the scissor icon, splits the clip in two. I can drag it or play it to my second cut point, scissors. And now I got 3 pieces. And whatever's highlighted in orange, that's what I can get rid of. Just click the delete. Boom, it's gone. And if you want to bring everything back, undo, undo, undo. And you're right back to where you started. Now, you also have a design tab. So this is what I was talking about in the beginning, where you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds repeats. You can change that right here. You can drag your timeline to a different part visually that you like, and then just click generate thumbnail. And then you got that. Or you can upload your own thumbnail if you want to do that. So there's a real flexibility there in terms of what you want to do. Now, once you have your video done, you have it on your preset landing page, you feel good, you're ready to go. Now it's time to send the video out. So for a simple send, you're just going to open up a compose inside an email. And there's some basic rules here you want to follow. You always want to have the word video in the subject line, the very first thing that they read. It is rare that you see it. Maybe someday it will not be rare, and I won't have to say that, but it still is. So definitely put the word video. Definitely put that 3 to 5 word hook that we talked about in the beginning that you would get through the AI. Have that right there. Then have a little bit of text in terms of why they should watch. And then to add the video in, you can do it in a couple ways. So inside the platform where we were, any video that you select, there's always a big blue share and send button right here to the right. So when you select this, you're able to put the email in of the person you're sending it to, so you get that advanced tracking. You can even add a little personalization text as a banner at the top of the video if you want to. Click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste and it drops in just like this. Now, if you have Gmail or you have Outlook 365, there is a shortcut that you can do. So see this little Dubb button down here in Gmail, right here at the bottom? And Outlook 365 is off to the right, but this little button is here because of the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, right up here at the top in the browser. So when you have that, that little button is going to show up. So when you select it, it opens up the Chrome extension recorder, which we're going to use in a minute. I'm going to turn off the camera and notice that I'm scrolling through my video library down to the bottom right. Just find the video you want and then insert it in there. Pops it right in, and then you're able to do it. So those are the different ways you can set. Now, as far as the screen recording goes that we talked about in the beginning, this one right here, browser-based website screen recording, Dubb Chrome extension. So Google Dubb Chrome extension, 3-step process to pin it up here at the top. We're going to look at LinkedIn as an example, but this is any website that you want to be on top of and walk someone through. So let's say we want to reach out on LinkedIn. So we're going to pull up Ruben's profile here. I'm going to select the Chrome extension up here at the top, and it's going to put me physically on the page like this. Now, when you're on a website, you want to think about the size of your webcam, the shape of your webcam, and the placement of your webcam, because we want to make it as interesting as we can. So the size can be pulled on the side like this. Just physically pull it like this, whatever size you want to be. I wouldn't go too big because you don't want to cover stuff. In terms of shape, you can click the little buttons here. You can go rectangle, square. You can do circle. I'm going to stay a circle because Ruben's in a circle, but just aesthetically, the site that you're on, what matches, you know? And then where do I want to put myself in terms of an interesting spot? Should I just do an ellipse and start the video like this? Could if I wanted to. But I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben right here. Now, physically inside of here, you can do a little tighter frame if you want to. You can back it up, and you can move yourself around inside the bubble like this. You also can jump to full screen when you want to make a point about something, and you can go right back to the page. You can turn your camera off if you'd like to and just do an audio walkthrough. You also can use your headshot if you want to use your headshot. Now, if you are live here, you can add a virtual background behind you like we just did before if we want to add something behind. You have an annotation tool that you can use right here to the left that we're going to use in a sec. You have a teleprompter right here. Every recording style has a teleprompter. This one's a little different because you can physically move this one around. You can manipulate the sides like this. So when we find our script in here, we have all the same options. We have our auto scroll, which means we can adjust our speed and we can back our text up or we can zoom it in. Now, in this case here, I'm going to physically put this towards the camera at the top. So a note about the teleprompter, if you want to use it with the Chrome, because the Chrome extension is a browser-based screen recorder, you don't want to go full screen on your browser, because if you do, it will hide that teleprompter tab and you won't physically be able to click on it to use it. So you want to leave a little bit of gap. So when you hit record, you can physically tap it, brings it forward, and you can use it. There are also 3 different orientations to record with the Chrome. If I click on camera all the way to the right, that's going to open up like a webcam. If I go on tab, which is what it's on right now, and I hit record, it's a clean cut of the page that I'm on. I won't show any of the tab mess at the top. If I'm on screen, it means that it's going to get my entire computer screen. I would only do that if I want to take someone on a little tab journey. They said, hey, Ruben, listen, check out this site. And then I click on another tab and it follows me over. So for this example here, we're going to use tab. Now I'm going to bring in my little hook here that we talked about, right? I'm going to bring this into play. I'm going to have it ready to go. I'm going to select start recording to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. And I'm going to click share, which gives me a 3, 2, 1 countdown like this. Ruben, what's going on? Look, I wanted to reach out to you because not only are you in technology, you, my friend, are an author, which is a pretty cool combo. So I did my whole combination there, right? I looked over, did the thing. That's my repeating animated preview. And then I jumped to full screen. When you do these recordings, it's kind of cool to jump to full screen when you want to make a point about something and then go back to the page. So if you want to do that, you can do it in a couple ways. You can take your mouse and you can hover over your webcam, double click it. It brings you here. Double click the page to go back. You can hover and click this little button right here, jumps you to full. Click it here at the bottom to go back. You even can click it on the little remote panel at the bottom that says expand webcam, here, back. And if you want to scroll around and record, feel free. Do whatever you're most comfortable with. If you want to hit pause, hit the pause button down the bottom. Just stop the recording for a second. Get yourself where you want to go, gather your thoughts, and resume. If you want to use the annotations to the left, these are great to point things out. You can do text on screen. You can draw on the screen. You can use numbering if you want to put things in order of importance. You can do circling, whatever you want. And these annotations are going to stay sticky. So if I scroll down the page, they're not going to follow me. They're going to stay right where they're supposed to stay. So if you're reaching out to LinkedIn, if you want to be on top of any website where you can physically walk someone through and point things out, this is a nice, creative, cool way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark at the bottom. And again, that's going to save this video inside Dubb to the video edit page that we did before. So anytime you save it, video edit page is where it's going to land, right like this. Now, if I want to share the video I just recorded with Ruben, how would I share it with him? So I'd want to connect with him first on LinkedIn because you want to be a connection. And then you want to click message down here at the bottom. And when you select message, when it opens up, there's going to be a little Dubb button inside here that you can click on to drop a video in. Let me try reloading the page because for some reason the Dubb button isn't showing up. Let's try to reload it here. But it'll be like you saw inside of Gmail where there was that little Dubb button down the bottom. We have an integration with LinkedIn. So you have the same ability to add a video in right like this. So see how there's a Dubb button down at the bottom? When you select that there, opens up the Chrome that we just used, find your video like we did before, and just click insert. And then you can highlight this text and change it to whatever you'd like to change it to. And then you're able to send it. And then Ruben will see that nice animated preview inside his message box, which is pretty great. Okay, so now the next screen recorder that we're going to look at is going to be the Dubb desktop app. So you want to Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC. And let me just be sure I got this. Hold on one second. I was using the desktop app yesterday, so let me show my controls in the recording here. Hold on, I got to reopen it. All right, there we go. All right, so when you download it for Mac or PC, on a Mac, at the top is going to be the little D symbol. And this is where you got some options here in terms of function, or you can select View Quick Menu. So when it opens up, it'll open up like this. Now, as a reminder, the desktop app here can be on top of anything. The browser-based recorder that you just saw with the Chrome prior to this, that's between, that's funny. That's between the browser. For this here, it could be on top of anything. That's what's cool about the desktop app. You can go on top of anything on your computer. I'm going to click record screen so you can see the difference between what we just did and the desktop. So first of all, the bubble, the webcam, all the same functions that you saw with the Chrome. I have all of that. For the annotation tool, it does all the same annotations. The only difference with the annotations with the desktop is if you do use them, they are going to stalk you around and follow you around. So you got to use them, delete them, and then move on. The teleprompter is really good because the teleprompter has the ability to move around like this, like the Chrome. But it also has another cool function. It actually has what's called voice recognition. So voice recognition is what's called auto track. You can see that right at the bottom, auto track. Now, if you don't want voice recognition where it will go at your pace as you read it, that's what that option is, and you like the scroll version better, just click that button, it closes it, and now you can control the speed at whatever speed you want to go. So it's up to you. So either auto scroll or auto track gives you the options there in terms of what you want to do. Now, as far as the recording itself, here's another big difference. There is a red slash in this little square down here. So if I was going to hit record right now with that red slash present right there, it would get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash by just clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. So it's on custom right now, which means I can take this up here and I can crop around anything that I would like to crop around. So I can get very specific in terms of what I want to show. Anything within the blue lines will be part of the recording. I also can change it to 16:9, which is the proper orientation for YouTube. I even can change it to 9:16 if I want to do a social media video right from my desktop. So very flexible in terms of the borders of what you're going to record. Now the recording itself, here's what this would look like. I'm going to click record below. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume if I want to. Now, normally the check mark, like we saw before, would save this into Dubb. Not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark below, all it means is you just recorded a physical clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a few clips, merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. So the cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer and just drop them right in here. If you got an MP4 file, make it part of the story. Now, there are 3 creative choices down to the bottom left to continue recording, because what I recorded here was a screen recording clip. So how do I keep recording? So down to the bottom left, all the way to the left, it says record screen video. Same style, right? I'm going to select that. It's going to bring me right back to where I was. And I could have pulled up a different document or video or website or wherever I wanted, right? A different background. And then I'm going to click record again. And now I get my 3, 2, 1, and I'm recording. Here we go. This is just my second clip. So I'm going to click the check mark here. And now here's my second clip. And the cool thing about this is you can drag the clips around to different orders. So you don't have to record chronologically. Now I also can click the 3-dot menu of each clip, the one I like, and get rid of the one that I don't. I also have the option down at the bottom left to record a webcam clip. So if I select that there, it opens up my webcam. And now when I hit record, this is just a different style. This could be the end of my video saying, hey, thank you so much for watching this video. It could be a clip where I just want to talk about something very specific, break the visuals, hit the check mark. And there is that clip right there. The last option down to the left is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you already have done, put it inside a bubble, and place it on top of anything that you would like. So if I was just, say, doing a market update in real estate, right? I could sit at my webcam, have my teleprompter if I'm using it, record my video, me talking about the market, save that into Dubb, and then pull up the market website or the document or whatever I want to pull up on my computer. And then I open the desktop app. I click narrator video down to the bottom left. And now I just grab the video I recorded. Let's just say this is it right here. And then I just put myself wherever I want to put myself, just like before, hit record. And now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. And I can scroll around, move, pause, resume, whatever I want to do. Now, the last part of this is merging all the clips together when you're done. So down to the bottom right, there's an upload button. If I click that button, it's going to merge all of the clips together and save it into Dubb. If I click the edit button to the bottom right, it's going to merge all the clips together. And then I actually have a full editing suite right inside the desktop app. So same editor as you saw inside Dubb before. I can make some editing changes in here, whatever I want, and then save it into Dubb. Now, the last recording option that you're going to be looking at is going to be the mobile app. Now, the Dubb mobile app is very similar to the desktop app in the fact that it is also a clip recorder. So whether you're sitting at your desk, whether you're out and about, the mobile app has some really cool functionality. But at the end of the day, clip recording. You can do the same thing here, which is pretty neat. So when you get the Dubb mobile app, Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P, and this is going to be the home area of the app when you open it up. To record a video, all you have to do is tap the blue camera at the bottom, and it opens up like this. Now, when you first use the mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute, and there are other specific timers you can use. I always slide mine over to 10 minutes. That way I don't get cut off. I also use a countdown timer, which is right over here that I'll show you in a little bit. But to record your first video, tap the circle at the bottom, and now you're recording. You can see the timer right on the button, and you can see the timer up here in your eye line. If you want to pause and resume this recording, you can do that right here. And to end the recording, tap the circle again, and there is the clip that you've just recorded. So just like the desktop app that we just saw. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in case I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just so we have multiple clips here to look at. And I can physically change the order of these clips. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and then I can slide it to a different order if I want to, which is convenient. And then if you tap a clip individually, you can delete, trim, and if I select edit, this is where I can do some stuff I talked about in the beginning. If I select the music icon to the right, we have a whole library of royalty-free music that you can use. Just make sure you adjust the levels of your original audio and the music just so it doesn't overwhelm you. You also can click the text icon. Just so we have multiple. This is where I talked about in the beginning where you can put your hook. Remember the hook we talked about? So just grab it here, different font, different color, whatever it is, size, shape, put it wherever you want, and now you got your hook. You can also do a voiceover on every clip. So if it's super loud, you get the visuals you want, you can just do a voiceover in the car. If you're doing like a property walkthrough in real estate, get the visuals, sit in the car, do the voiceover. Or you can do the voiceover at the end. You can speed up the action. If you have an action clip where you're moving around, kind of a fun video, you can go all the way up to 10x. And if you want to do burned in subtitles, you can do that here, or you can do that at the end. Now, these icons over here, what do they do? If you click the tooltip at the top, it's going to give you the functions right here. And then you can just click it again to close it. Countdown timers are important. I use mine right here. So right on this button here, you can do 3 or 10 seconds. I always go 3 seconds. It's nice 3, 2, 1, and ready to go and action. And if you want to do video stabilization, this button right here is pretty cool. So if you're doing a walk and talk or moving around, it's too herky-jerky and jumpy, you can use this button here, just select low, medium, or high, and it will smooth everything out for you. If you want to use a teleprompter, this one right here. So if you select this teleprompter here, just pick your script like we did before. And the first option that you're going to see is auto scroll right here, speed between 1 and 10, like we saw with the other teleprompters. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed. Just make sure you're keeping your eyes at the top. If you're doing a landscape video, turn it this way and the script will adjust that way. If your eyes are not staying at the top and you're searching for the words, either increase the speed or move the guardrails up like this. So your eyes stay right at the top, right in that area, and they're not wandering down here at the bottom. If you do want to make changes here, you want to edit, you can select the pencil icon, make your changes, save. Now, if you do have an iPhone, auto track voice recognition is an option for you. So if you select the gear icon here, select auto track, hit record, and then it would be like this. What if your most powerful tool was a growth story from one of your happy clients? Now, again, normally this would highlight and move, but I think because we're streaming, I might be slowing it down a little bit. But it would normally highlight the words and it'll move with that. So that would be the action that would happen. So to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right. And if you want to add a video, let's say you recorded something outside of the Dubb mobile app, okay? And you want to add it. You have it on your phone, but you want to add it to the story here. Go to the folder button right here, select the video that you want, and it drops it right in. If you want to physically record what's on your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to do filters, this button. So this is where you can do black and white, you can do skin smoothing, different kind of color gradations. Just kind of scroll through and see what you like. And then you have your picture-in-picture that we showed in the beginning, right down here. So you select that one, it's going to record what's in front of you, and it puts you on the screen like we talked about before. And you can move yourself around. You can make yourself bigger, smaller, zoom into the background. So some cool choices on that one. And then the last one down the bottom is your virtual background. Like we said before, screenshot the stuff on your phone, click it here, and then you just add it behind you, and then you record. And then when you're ready and you have all of your clips and you want to merge them into that one video, hit the button on the top right, that blue arrow button. It's going to merge it all together. And then it's going to automatically have the finished video on your phone that you did. So you have it. And then you also can click the blue upload button. So we have multiple, which is right here to the right. Click upload, and then it will start saving it right into the Dubb platform from there. And then you can access it anywhere that you want. I'll just close this right now just because I'm going to keep going. Now, the video library you have here in the middle, you also can send videos. So I can grab a video here, click the blue share button right in the middle, click copy for email. It's copied, save it, and then paste it, copy and paste. I can click copy for SMS, copy, paste. I can also click the icons to the top right above this video. Block icon is email, paper airplane icon is SMS, and then I can send it. Now, you also have the ability to, when it comes to scripts, if you like to use AI writing for scripts, you can do that within Dubb as well. So if you have the ability where you're like, you know what, I want to use the teleprompter, but I want to do scripting, or you want to do email scripting, you have that ability right inside the Dubb platform. So in the dashboard, Auto that I mentioned in the beginning, our AI guide, you can click right in here and say, hey, Auto, write me a script on, and give it the descriptions, the prompts, all that good stuff. One of the cool features we have with this is right over the right, this profile feature. So if I was in recruiting, as an example, employers, candidates, we talked about the different landing pages, right? So here, what you can do is you can create different profiles for parts of your audience. So I can create a employer profile and a candidate profile if I was in recruiting. And then when you create it, all you have to do is just answer these questions about this part of your audience. And the AI can learn about this part of your audience. So before I use the AI, if I'm reaching out to the employers and I'm in recruiting, I can make sure that my profile is on employers. So the AI remembers all the details. And then I can click in here and say, hey, write me a script or an email or a message, whatever I want. And then it'll ask you, Auto will say, hey, do you want to save this to scripts? You say yes, it'll save it within the platform, which is pretty neat. Now, if you do have a CRM that you love, okay, you have like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, and you love it, you use it, you have all your workflows set up, you just want to add video. We have integrations with a lot of different third-party centers and CRMs. Just add the videos in, and you can do that. Now, if you don't have a CRM and you want to use Dubb, you absolutely can do it. Right within the dashboard over here to the left, CRM. Upload your contacts with a CSV file, tasks, deals, tags. You can do campaigns, bulk email and SMS. We even have automation available as part of our Pro Plus plan. We have Pro and Pro Plus. Pro Plus has automated drip sequences that you can do. Pretty amazing stuff that you can do. Now, for training and coaching, over here to the right under training, there is a second link down here that takes you to Dubb Academy, which is a nice organized little library that we have in here in terms of how to use the platform. You also, if you are part of Pro Plus, we have our founder coaching every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. Ruben and Darius created Dubb. They have their own curriculum, their own form you can fill out about your business. It's pretty neat. So if you're on Pro and you want to upgrade to Pro Plus, pretty awesome thing to have that ability to do that once a week. We also have 2 webinars that we do a week. And, if we have those links, we can drop them in the chat if you don't mind. One is on Wednesday. That's our real estate webinar. So if you're in real estate, it's completely real estate focused. Every Wednesday, Darius and Ruben run those. And then on Thursday, we have our partner strategy webinar. Now, Dubb Partners is right here. So inside the dashboard, down to the left where it says referrals, if you click apply now, it'll create a referral link that you can share. We do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. So on Thursdays, we have strategy sessions for that, whether you're directly selling Dubb or indirectly, where it's just a button that lives below your videos. But we're really supportive of our partners. If you ever have a group of people together, we want us to come in and pitch, just let me know. We can come in and pitch. And if you're on a paid plan with Dubb, and you got 4 or 5, 6 people, you got a free account. We end up paying you. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here off to the right in the chat? Does anybody have any questions, comments, anything on anyone's mind? Let's see. Anybody? Jai, I see your hand up. What's up, Jai? How are you?
Hey, Rob. I had to hop in, man. Just say hey to you.
Yeah, how you been?
2 things. Oh, it's good, man. Good. Kai's in school.
So you can get stuff done.
That actually brings another question. I'm looking in the chat things. I look for the link.
Mm-hmm.
But today's I got the one for real estate. Oh, never mind. I see. Isn't there a landing page that has them all on there?
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh no, do we have a landing page that has all 3?
I remember sometimes it comes in on my it comes in on the in the Dubb app.
Oh, yeah,
comes
let me
in,
take
comes
a
in on
look.
there.
I don't think I've seen it yet. That'd be convenient if we have it.
I thought it was.
Oh.
That's what I thought so. But I probably did. This is the one for today, right? Cool.
Yeah.
I got that. And then I noticed on here, I was kind of able to get some kind of he got an AI assistant. This kind is on basic auto plan or something.
Mm-hmm.
Taking notes.
Remember
we talked about that? I get the note takers inside.
Oh, how do you get the note takers inside of Zoom?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have a little button. I usually don't use a lot of them. I know that I just click mine off. But I know if you have it, it offers it when you open up Zoom. It'll say, "Do you want to use it?" And I think if you click yes, it'll join.
Oh, I'll always decline.
Yeah. So I don't really use it a lot either. But I mean, people that do, if you just say yes, then it'll use it. Yeah.
I got it. And I like the Dubb app, man. Everything loads so fast.
Yeah.
It's so fast, man. Oh my man. I mean, like a 10-minute thing, man. Loaded in like less than 30 seconds. Before it would take like all day.
Yeah, I don't know what they improved on that side. The guys on the tech side, the deep tech guys, they work with, they're always working on something. So, whether there's a bug that they're working on, or they're trying to increase speed, or they're trying to increase whatever they are, they're constantly. I mean, all this stuff is changing so quick, So
I'm still waiting on my button though so I can upload my podcast.
Oh, your easy button, your easy pod?
Yeah. So I can upload the voice and and then make it put a little image up there because that'd be dope. I know Darius is working on it.
Oh, well, if it's on the list, then he's got it. yeah.
You know Darius.
Yeah, bug him when you see him. Cool. Well, thanks for coming in, Jai. Everybody, thanks so much for coming in. Anybody else have anything before we go towards the top of the hour? If anyone's got anything else, anybody, this is the chance to jump in if you want to jump in. Anybody? Last chance. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Anyone? Bueller? I'm kidding. All right. Well, cool. Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. And Ina, thanks for the support as always. And we'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Bye.